So, when I started making these videos a while ago, I promised a video on imagination, and I realized that it was missing from the repertoire. And I remember a quote by Albert Einstein, which goes something along the lines of logic will get you from A to B, and imagination will take you everywhere. And so when we have a dream or a goal or a mission or something that's really coming from inside of us, it begins with imagination. It begins from that place that is so deep within us that at our most spirited self, we are like kids and we're dreaming about it and we're imagining it and we're thinking it up. And imagination can be used both ways. Imagination can be used in the wrong way. So the way it goes is that all day we're imagining. So we can either imagine the things that we want to happen, or we can by default imagine our fears and our worries and our doubts and all the other stuff. So better that we use our imagination in a productive way. Because the mind creates, and we know that. We know that what we're thinking about, what we focus on, expands. What we give energy to, we see more of. So I thought this was a good reminder. And imagination, we're going to talk about it here from a creative visualization point of view, in that we can actually set time aside quite regularly, and I would say daily, to think up, to imagine what we want. And what happens is we start to imagine, pieces start landing on top of the scene, and we get quite carried away. So it takes 17 seconds for our mind to start building some sort of momentum. So 17 seconds is not a lot of time to stay on something that we want and that we desire, and to give it the momentum and the ideas and the strength it needs to come from internally. Because the motivation that we need to tap into on a daily basis to pursue a goal requires everything. It requires our mindset. It requires our physical stamina. It requires our whole sort of life force within us and around us to back us up. So we need all the momentum we can get. And this is such a pleasant way to use our imagination for something that we want. And what I notice is sometimes if we have a goal and we've been on it for a while and we stop imagining it. We get so bogged down with the ABCs and the functionality and the technicality of trying to make it work. We lose that part which is coming from our inspired part, from our spirit part, inspired in spirit. And we need that part to be on board too, because that's the part that makes the journey enjoyable. Otherwise, it becomes a very tough journey, and one that's very difficult to keep digging into for inspiration and for motivation and for momentum. So this is a very concrete way of staying on track with what we want and keeping the imagination focused on what we want rather than what we don't want, and keeping our candle lit from the inside, because imagining what we want feels really good. It feels really good to our whole being. And as we know, it is the good energy that creates. So, and this is based in science. I'm not talking energy. I'm talking energy as in scientific. We need energy creates motion. And if our energy is in the right place, then we're moving in the right direction. And what better thing to do than to spend a few minutes on a daily basis, just make it a ritual that at some point either you do it first thing in the morning, or you do it last thing at night, or you do it both, or you take a pause during the day and you go sit in the park and you just imagine what you want, and you feel it with your senses. So you're there, you can taste it, so that it feels like it's done. And when your system realizes that it's done, well, guess what? The universe will realize that it's done too. So anything that we have the ability to imagine, the universe has the ability to deliver. So I love coming back to this place, because even I can sometimes forget that part and get so hung up on the details of how to make things happen. And this is a whole different momentum that is just so much more enjoyable in creating. And you can feel it when you look at the successful people who inspire us. You know, the Richard Bransons. They look like they're having fun creating. And so I think imagination is a very positive tool to keep us focused on our goals and to keep our spirit to keep our whole being inspired, and and to enjoy the process, which is what we want, because we don't want to get to the end and be burnt out and exhausted and with health issues. We want to get to the end and think, hey, that was fun, and I did what I had to do in the process, and I'm exactly where I want to be in every aspect of it. So the imagination video that was promised a while ago, here it is. And I'm back. There'll be more videos coming through very regularly. But if you have some ideas of some things that you'd like me to talk about and share, please post comments and let me know. Let me know how this is going, and let me know what other videos you would like, so that I can add those to the repertoire as well. And thank you for watching, and if this was helpful to you and you know others who might also enjoy it, please share. I would love that, and I look forward to our next conversation. Bye!